If you're looking for a cheap and reliable place to buy or sell your FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins, check out u4gm.com and use code ELITE, ELYYT, for 5% off at checkout. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, or welcome in to the channel if you're a brand new viewer who has just stumbled upon my blessed content. We're talking FUT Ballers today. Not FUT Birthday, FUT Ballers. The card design looks pretty cool, but it's not what we expected whatsoever. EA threw us a curveball and we swung for the fences and absolutely whiffed at it because we had leaks from very reliable sources in the community, might I add, FIFA Romania, FUT Sheriff, etc., that FUT Birthday was coming on Friday, and it's not coming on Friday, which is going to affect a couple of our investments. Now, if you invested in SBC fodder, you're looking good, and I'll tell you a reason for that in a minute. And I'm also going to show you guys investments that we can make with the leaked SBC that's going to come out most likely on Friday. But before we do that, guys, I want to shoot for the stars with the like goal today because we set our first like goal in a while in yesterday's video, and you guys tripled the normal amount of likes that we normally get on a video, and you almost hit 300. So today, I know it's optimistic, but we're going to shoot for 300 likes. If we don't hit it, we don't hit it, but we're going to shoot for it. 300 likes on today's video would be absolutely amazing. As I mentioned, guys, we've got a new squad building challenge that has pushed up SBC fodder that we invested in yesterday. So if you watched yesterday's video, which did very well, so hopefully a lot of you guys did, you were told to invest in SBC fodder. And even though we invested in that SBC fodder because of the expected Mbappe Player of the Month SBC that's going to come out here in the next probably 72 hours, most likely on Friday morning. I would expect to see it come out sometime around there. But this came out on Wednesday, and it's an 89 plus FIFA World Cup or Prime Icon upgrade. And it's a pretty, desirable SBC to complete, but it is expensive. It's going to cost you like 500,000 coins. So unless you already have fodder in your club, which a lot of people still had some, you're probably not going to want to go out and do that from scratch. It just doesn't seem terribly worth it because EA are definitely trying to coin sink you here. They don't want you to have any SBC fodder in your club. They're going to drop that Mbappe, clean out everybody else who has saved SBC fodder, but they're trying to get you wiped out of SBC fodder by the time that FUT Birthday comes around. And I think that's the whole scheme here. I think that's what FUT Ballers is all about, because I'll give you guys the bad news right away. FUT Ballers is expected to be a non-promo card in packs promo. There's not going to be promo cards in packs, which gives you no reason to open packs that you've saved up or that you will be earning from SBCs, marquee matchups, FUT Champs, playoffs, etc. There's no reason to open any of these packs because there's no promo cards in packs. Nobody cares about Team of the Week. So I'm just going to have these cards sitting here, these packs sitting here, because there's nothing in packs right now to get. So this entire promo about FUT Ballers is going to be similar to Numbers Up, which was a promo last year that absolutely stunk, by the way. It was one of the worst promos, super boring. And in fact, I think that this week could be the deadest week in terms of a promo that we see, unless they absolutely stack the SBC and objective content and they crush it. Because here's the thing. EA have made non-promo pack cards in a promo work before. If anybody remembers FIFA 17 FUTmas, it was the greatest promo possibly of all time. And all of those cards were in SBCs. None of them were in packs. So if they can really execute in FIFA 23, a new era, 6 years later, the way they did with FUTmas back in FIFA 17, then I will be very, very pleased. But it's unlikely. I mean, that is a very, very hard task. It's a lot to ask for because that promo was so good back then with the FUTmas FIFA 17 promo. But let's go ahead and talk about SBC fodder rising. We know it's up because of the new 89 plus World Cup icon or Prime icon SBC. And as I mentioned, we invested in that yesterday. So if you guys had any 84s left over, I would say sell. These are the only cards that I would say sell on, maybe other than 83s. It wouldn't be a terrible time to take your profit there because those cards are up a decent bit. And to be honest, 85s are looking pretty good to sell here soon as well. But here's the thing, because there's not going to be any cards in packs, people aren't going to want to open their packs, and that means that SBC fodder is going to dwindle away. And because this promo is all about SBCs and it's all about objectives and it's really not about opening any packs or any tradable players to throw on the transfer market, these cards could get very rare and they could get very expensive. The whole ploy here about dropping FUT Ballers is most likely to get SBC fodder completely wiped away out of everybody's club, similar to how they tried to wipe away everybody's SBC fodder during FUT Centurions right before Team of the Year. And what happened during that time is SBC fodder actually went up. And so did the market once Team of the Year came around. So what does this mean for the SBC fodder right now? Especially the high rateds, they could go even higher. 87s are still decently low, but they've gone up about 4K on average over the course of the last couple of hours. 88s are a similar thing. They've gone up about 3,500 coins. 89s have gone up about 4K. 90 rated cards have gone up about 5K. And then 91 rated have gone up about 6,000 coins, while Casemiro, the only 92 rated SBC fodder, has sat about the same. You don't really need that Casemiro for an 88 rated squad inside of the 89 plus World Cup icon SBC. So that makes sense that he hasn't gone up yet, but I should expect that these cards that are like, 88 through 92 will probably go up once that Mbappe SBC drops. And then as they continue to drop more and more SBCs throughout this FUT Ballers promo. But here's one of the cards that we're expecting, which is Mason Mount. Mason Mount is coming out as an SBC during FUT Ballers, and we're probably going to see a lot of these leaks coming through over the course of the next few days. But since this is the first leak that we've seen for the promo, I think that it would be likely it drops on Friday. It wouldn't make sense for them to leak this card first, add it to the code first, and then EA have it coming out on Wednesday or something. Normally, when it's the first card that's leaked, it'll drop on either Friday or Saturday. So it should be coming out pretty early. But here's the thing. I don't think these cards are going to be dynamic. So what you see on that card is what it is going to be forever. So 87 pace, 88 dribbling, 89 shooting, 91 passing, 80 physicality. Not a bad card. Of course, these stats are predicted, but they're normally pretty close to what they end up being. It is an okay card, and depending on what they price it at, I could see some people do it, but it's not a card that's going to completely change the game by any means. 87 pace isn't exactly what you want as an end game attacker in FIFA 23 Ultimate Team. And once we see FUT Birthday and once we see Team of the Season in about a month from now, you're probably going to be cycling out any players that don't have 90 plus on at least 4 different stats. So with that being said, this Mason Mount needs to be cheap to be able to really last and be worth it to do as an SBC. But on the flip side, if they make it cheap, then links to him could rise up. I could see Fofana, the center back, road to the final with Chelsea, go up as a link to this, because not only does Fofana link to Mount, but he also has that potential extra upgrade as Chelsea continue in Champions League. So all of that can be considered when you make investments, and you can make investments that don't have dynamic cards like Fofana. You could make investments just in English Premier League cards that are meta. You could make investments in Chelsea players that are meta. Anything that's going to keep up with the power curve, I would go ahead and invest in for Mason Mount. So those complimentary links should be a decently safe investment as long as you get in early enough. You wait until Friday and those cards are already up and other investors have gotten in, then you might be too late. And you might actually end up losing coins by the time the SBC comes out, especially if it's bad value. Because if it's bad value, then the SBC drops, and then the investors sell their cards, but there's no demand because nobody's doing the SBC. Nobody needs to link them into your team, and so those cards actually end up going down in price because of the over-investing and the sell-off. So that's all things to consider with Mason Mount. In fact, we also have one more leaked player for this promo, and it's not Mason Mount. It's Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't know exactly where he's going to come as a footballer promo card. It could be an objective. It could be in an SBC. But the reason we're not seeing a ton of footballer leaked cards like we've seen with leaked cards all throughout the last billion promos in FIFA 23 for every single one of them is we're not seeing a plethora of them dropping on Wednesday and dropping on Thursday. And that's because there's just not going to be as many dropping at the same time. They're going to drop, one or two every single day as we go through. So these leaks will come out pretty much daily, I'm expecting, and we'll cover them in each one of these videos. Now, one thing that I want you guys to kind of take a deep breath about is the fact that FUT Birthday is still on its way. It's just not happening on this Friday. It'll probably happen next Friday, but I don't want to make any promises because we were wrong once about it already. But as you can see, EA have added new packs to the code, a FUT Birthday Team 1 player pack. It also confirms FUT Birthday is going to be a 2-team promo. So FUT Birthday will be a 2-week promo. It guarantees that FUT Birthday is coming. And then on top of that, it confirms that we also get a FUT Swap token for FUT Birthday. And I'll go ahead and show you guys exactly where that is in a second. Now we get a Super Loan Team pack. Contains a game-ready starting 11 squad with a 99 game loan for each player. I could not care less about loan cards. I don't know if that's your guys' opinion, but I think that super loan cards are the dumbest thing that have been added to FIFA Ultimate Team since loan cards in general. Since they just added loan cards. I've never been a fan of these cards. I really, really do not like the idea. I think it is killing Ultimate Team, and the more that they push for loan cards, the worse. Because what's going to happen as we move forward with FIFA Ultimate Team, and this is a theory that another YouTuber, Unique Riggers, came out with, is that they are going to eventually make FIFA all loan cards. Every single one of the cards in Ultimate Team is going to be a loan card, and so you might get it for 60 games, and then it's gone forever, and that would change Ultimate Team a lot, and it would be fresh. I'll give them that. I just do not like that direction. I don't think it'll be better. I don't think it'll be better than the current system. That's just my take, but I digress. We also get an Elite New Year Review Pack. It contains 25 rare gold players, 5 guaranteed to be from Winter Wildcards, Team of the Year honorable mentions, Centurions, Future Stars, and a Team of the Year icon lone player. So you're getting 5 promo cards along with 25 rare gold cards, or maybe it's 20 rare gold cards plus the 5. Yeah, so 20 rare gold cards and then 5 guaranteed to be from all of those promos. Then on the next page, we get Premium New Year Review Pack, which is going to be 30 rare gold players, 81 or higher. So that's going to be a pretty expensive pack. Now, they definitely nerf these packs when they go into the store, so take it with a grain of salt. Don't get too excited about it, but you also do get 2 guaranteed to be from all those promos that we just mentioned. New Year Review Pack, you also get 2 guaranteed players from all of those promos, and then another New Year Review Pack, which is a different pack in the code. As you can see, the ID is 1277, 1276. It looks just about the same. I can't really see too much of a difference other than the fact that this one is 5 rare gold players, 1 guaranteed to be from all of those promo cards. The difference is you get a FUT Birthday Swap token. So the FUT Birthday Swap token is coming in this New Year Review Pack. I don't know what the difference in the title are. Like, they're going to have to change the title, of course. But you get a FUT Birthday Swap token. So you're guaranteed to get a FUT Birthday Swap program, which is awesome. And then a 10 coin pack. Those are coming back. We saw that during Team of the Year. We saw that during a couple of other promos during the year, Black Friday as well. So that's coming back as well. Now, one more thing I want to talk about in today's video is going to be how the lack of FUT Birthday is going to affect Road to the Final cards, FUT Birthday cards. And in general, I'm going to go ahead and sum it up with my tweets in the last couple of days. Now, if you don't follow my Twitter, I tweet out trading advice like yesterday. I tweeted out, seems too low, might be time to finally buy. That card is up to about 630K now, so it was good advice. It worked out. That's all I'm going to throw out there. But what I will say is that yesterday I tweeted this out when I sold all my Barellas, is that people don't learn. I sold that card hours before the game, the night before the game started, and he only dropped as the game got closer and they won the match. He actually went lower than this. This was right after the match. He went to 394. He is down even further than that now. If we take a look over on Futbin, I'll show you his exact price for Nicolo Barella. He is now down to 370K. He went even lower. He was down to like 350,000 coins just a few hours ago, as you guys can see right there. And what I mean by people don't learn is because every single time that these guys play a match in the Champions League, they go down whether they win or they lose because the over-investing is absolutely out of this world and people are not patient enough to wait until he actually gets the upgrade. And so that's what happens every single time. And so this Nicolo Barella dropped in price from 420,000 coins to 350,000 coins, even though they ended up moving on into the next round. Everything worked out, and he still dropped by 70,000 coins. So I tweeted out, people don't learn, because it keeps happening, and I'm just going to keep this trend going. For Calvin Phillips, people don't learn. He was 740K before the game for Manchester City. Manchester City proceed to give one of the biggest UCL ass whoopings that I've ever seen against RB Leipzig and beating him 7-0 with Erling Haaland scoring 5 goals in 60 minutes. And he dropped from 740 to 645. Again, that's not as low as he went. He went even lower. And well, you guys saw he went even lower because I showed you guys my other tweet where he got to 590,000 coins. He went very, very low. He dropped 150,000 coins and everything went right. Crazy, right? Well, no, it continues to happen. Raspadori just yesterday dropped from 320,000 coins. He is now down to 288. I haven't checked him since I tweeted that, so let's go ahead and take a look. Is he still at 288 or has he gone lower or higher? Raspadori, 288. No, he continues to go down. People are so impatient. So boys, what does this mean for us? It means invest in the cards that have dropped because they got a win. Because here's the thing. We're not going to invest and hold into their next match. No, absolutely not. We're going to go ahead and weather the storm over this next international break. And then once they play these next UCL matches in about 2.5 weeks, these cards will not only have gotten another upgrade and been more appealing because of that upgrade, but they'll also get hyped up due to their next matches. Now, here's the deal. If you want to wait till Friday when they release the quarterfinal matchups, the round of 8 for the Champions League, and you can do the same thing for Europa League and Conference League cards, same concept. You can wait and see who they get matched up against, because if, they match up, if you're investing in Raspadori, and Napoli are in great form, they're one of the most informed teams in the world right now, but if they get up against Real Madrid, if they get up against Manchester City, they're not going to be as big of favorites as if they got up against somebody else. So you've also got to consider who they go up against to kind of gauge the hype. So if you want to wait for that, be safe. That is up to you. But what I'm telling you guys is that these cards have crashed so much because they won the game and people are impatient. All you have to do is have that patience and take advantage of it, because these cards will probably recover back to their prices of what they were before their last game, if not a little bit higher, because they could go even higher in rating. So he was 320,000 coins before a potential upgrade to go to 89 rated. So once he gets that upgrade to 89 rated, he's probably going to scoot up in price a little bit, but as he gets closer to the next match, he's going to scoot up and scoot up and scoot up in price, just like we saw right here as they went up in price a ton, especially over the course of the few days that led up to that match. So you can make your decision on when you want to buy, if you want to wait until, the week before, if you want to buy right now and maximize your profits. If you have those coins sitting around and you're not going to use them on any other investment, there's no reason not to make these investments. Now for FUT Fantasy team number 2, we're not seeing as much panic on these cards. So this is where things really change, because we're not seeing as much panic on these cards as we would have gotten if FUT Birthday's loading screen was today. So with that being said, these cards have really no limit to how high they could go. Diogo Jota really catches my eye right now. Obviously, Liverpool had a really tough loss in their last Premier League match, losing, to, I believe it was Southampton. Southampton 1-0, so that's after they beat Man United 7-0. They make no sense to me whatsoever. But he's 290,000 coins. He's already got 4-star, 5-star, with a potential upgrade of probably 3, because Liverpool are almost inevitably going to win one match. he's probably going to get 3 appearances. Now, he may or may not get the 2 goals or 2 assists because he hasn't been starting a ton and he has been injured for most of the first part of the season. So we'll see what Klopp does with him. Are Liverpool going to go 6 games unbeaten? Probably not. So 2 or 3 upgrades most likely on Diogo Jota. And I think that 2 or 3 upgrades really make this card spectacular because he's already got 4-star, 5-star. You can play him at left wing or striker. And on top of that, the card is going to have over 90 pace. It's going to have over 90 dribbling. It's going to have about 90 shooting. It's going to have mid-80s on the physicality and low 80s on the passing. And on top of those skill move weak foot, the fact that he's Portuguese, Premier League, Liverpool, great positions, I think it's a good investment. In my opinion, I think that's one of those cards that could work out really, really well as he is now out of packs. Now we can also look at some of these SBC fodder cards. Now, if we take a look at Toprak, he's 86 rated. If he goes to 87 rated, he will automatically go up to like 23,000 coins because that's what 87 rateds are the cheapest right now. The cheapest 87s are about 23K. So if he gets 3 appearances or if his team, Antalyaspor, sorry to all my Turkish viewers, gets 1 win, he's going to go to 87. He could go to 88. He could go to 89 if he ends up getting 2 clean sheets, which is possible. But I will tell you that this Turkish league team that I cannot pronounce is mid-table. So they're not guaranteed to get 2 clean sheets during that time. But if they do, he could go to 89 rated. And as we took a look at those cards that were the cheapest 89s or 88s or 87s, he's 20K right now. You can snipe him for less. And as you guys can see, the cheapest 88 in the game is 31,000 coins. You could make 10K a card just because he gets a +2, not because his card gets better or is usable. Nobody's going to use him. It's because he could potentially go up to 88. And if he goes up to 89, that's another 10,000 coins per card. So if he gets 3 of the 4 upgrades, because he's not going to get all 4, that team's not going to go unbeaten for 6 games. But if he does miraculously get 3 of the 4, he'll double in price. And if he gets 2 of the 4, he will go up by at least 50% in price, which is still a damn good investment. And you should be making that, I think, with that card or possibly anything else that catches your eye in that team that could go up because of SBC fodder. Benteke, DC United, not really a great team in the MLS. But you guys get the idea behind investing in these cards based on SBC fodder. Wimmer might be another example with Wolfsburg, although he's a little bit more expensive. Same kind of deal. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really do appreciate all your support. As I mentioned, we're going to go for 300 likes on today's video, and if we can hit that, I'll be a very happy man. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. Wait, I forgot one thing. The secret comment word of the day is going to be headphones. Use that word in the comment, and I will make sure to drop a heart on your comment in appreciation for you making it to the end of the video, because those of you who watch my videos all the way through, you help the channel so much with the algorithm and just with all your support. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.